employment generation and employment creation is a purposeful event. What I mean by that is you just don't sit and employment happens. You regularly must ensure that there are interventions that get people onto the labor market. They have the right skills. The investments in these employment opportunities are also upright. And there is support. There should also be the collection and collation of information to be able to track where all these employments are, these jobs openings are, and more importantly, to also disaggregate by sex to know what the dynamics are. Over the years, government has tried with a lot of interventions. I mean, you know them more than I do. With the entrepreneurship programs, with NAPCO, with MASLOC, with YEA coming on board, you know, and lately the Obatampa case after COVID. All these interventions suggest that we cannot relent on our efforts. Despite this, you and I know very well that the population and housing census conducted by the Ghana Statistical Service in 2021 showed that unemployment rate is still very high in this country. And this brings me back to my point that it is very important that we continue to maintain that coordinated, concerted effort to get results. What is even surprising is that between the age 15 to 24 years, the percentage is around 32.8. And more worrying is the fact that the working age population that has also become very dependent is as high as 67%. That notwithstanding, the ILO in 2021 estimated that 69% of employers bemoaned the inability of their enterprises to find the right type of skills. There's also the youth bulge in Africa. What all these suggest is that the future cannot be bright if we don't pay attention to employment generation and, more importantly, decent employment. That is why we find it very elating to know that the green edition of this job fair is focusing on sustainability and also promoting the green initiative. Indeed, as far back as 2016 is when government of Ghana signed, I think, the Paris Declaration that enjoined us to move from brown economy to green. Since that time, discussions have gone on to know how to even come about it. Simple and short, what it means is some jobs are going to be lost and some are also going to be gained. And in the employment space or in the balance, we must ensure that there's a just transition. Just transition suggests that as you move from brown to green, there should be a seamless structure such that the job losses and the job gains are maintained in a way that the workforce is not worse off. I am happy to say that in connection with this, the ministry has developed a green job strategy, a strategy that is focusing more on how do we get green skills, how do we sustain green enterprises, and how do we finance green initiatives, all to ensure that the just transition in these green initiatives make us better off and not worse off. Looking at the job losses during the post-COVID era suggests that we ought to be very purposeful in our initiatives and our intents.